I opened my eyes, but the room was cast in a dim, unearthly glow. Paralyzed, I lay there, unable to move, as a cold shiver trickled down my spine. My breath hitched in my throat as I spotted the figure at the foot of my bed. It was a specter of nightmares, a dark silhouette with a top hat perched eerily on its head. Its pale skin seemed to shimmer in the faint light, and its gray eyes glinted with a sinister glimmer. The dread that gripped my chest felt suffocating, as if the air itself had turned heavy and oppressive. I tried to scream, to call for help, but my voice was lost in the void of fear and helplessness. The entity remained still, its gaze fixed upon me, as if it were relishing my terror. I wanted to believe it was a figment of my imagination, a product of my exhausted mind, but the intensity of its presence defied all rationality. Its fingers, long and gnarled, stretched out slowly, reaching towards me. I could feel its icy breath caress my skin, sending ripples of pure terror through my body. Every instinct screamed at me to escape, to fight, but I was a captive within my own flesh, bound by an invisible force that refused to yield. In the flickering light, I discerned a wicked grin carve itself onto the demon's face, its teeth sharp and jagged, promising only malice and pain. It leaned closer, its breath now a frigid whisper against my cheek. I could smell decay, the stench of something long forgotten, as if it had crawled from the depths of some forsaken abyss. I desperately tried to shut my eyes, to banish the horrific image, but they remained fixed on the demon's haunting visage. It spoke, a voice that seemed to echo from the darkest recesses of the netherworld, whispering secrets and horrors that my mind could barely comprehend. "You cannot escape," it murmured, each syllable laden with an ancient malevolence. "You belong to me now." A surge of panic coursed through my veins, but my body refused to respond. I was a prisoner, condemned to endure this infernal encounter. The demon's clawed hand inched closer, its touch icy and cruel. I felt a searing pain, as if my very soul were being wrenched from my body, an excruciating sensation that transcended physical torment. Visions of unspeakable horrors flooded my mind, tormenting me with scenes of suffering and despair. I was trapped within a nightmare, a waking dream that held me in its merciless grip. Time seemed to lose all meaning, the minutes stretching into an eternity of anguish and dread. And then, as suddenly as it had begun, the presence dissipated, leaving behind only an echo of its malevolent energy. I gasped for air, my body drenched in a cold sweat, my heart pounding furiously in my chest. The room was once again cloaked in darkness, the shadows concealing the remnants of the night's horrors. I dared not close my eyes again, fearing that the demon would return to claim me once more. The memory of its haunting presence lingered like a festering wound, a reminder that some terrors defy explanation and rationality. As I lay there, my mind awash with a maelstrom of fear and disbelief, I prayed that dawn would arrive swiftly, banishing the darkness and the nightmares it harbored. But deep down, I knew that the memory of the demon with the top hat, the pale skin, and the gray eyes would never truly fade. It would forever remain etched in the recesses of my consciousness, a chilling reminder of the thin veil that separates our world from the shadows that lurk beyond.